First game, let's talk about UNLV, Syracuse. Unreal game, by the way. That was an awesome game. Hajj Malik Williams is an efficient quarterback. UNLV is just much better with him at the helm. They would have gotten blown out if Matthew Sluka was at quarterback. Flip side, Syracuse Kyle McCord continues to look awesome. Quinn Allen kind of finally showed his dominance and his ability, to score, particularly in the red zone. I mean, Quinn Allen I thought looked good. On the Gadsden, Pena, Hatcher. The weapons on Syracuse I think are very underrated in the scope of college football weapon rooms. They look really good. They look really good in this game. It was a nice comeback effort by them. Kind of helped out by a drop pick by Jackson Woodyard. Would have sealed the game there, but yeah, credit to Syracuse for finding a way here.
Yeah, it sucks. You mentioned this was a heck of a football game. You saw the best players on each team make big time plays. You mentioned a couple of them. I'll throw in a couple more defensive players here. Fadil Diggs had 2 sacks for Syracuse. Jalen Catalon, the former Power Five, I think Arkansas and Texas transfer. He was awesome. Obviously, he had that one missed tackle on fourth down. That happens. Same with Jackson Woodard. Played a fantastic game until he dropped the pick and obviously kind of got ran through on the last play of the game. But that's also how good LaQuinn Allen, as you mentioned, finally get going. I think he adds a different dimension to this offense. Kyle McCord had to throw the ball 63 times in overtime or in regulation and overtime to beat UNLV. Obviously, LaQuinn Allen, if he can give you 20 carries, 25 carries, really 25 touches, and kind of take off some pressure from Kyle McCord, that will be huge for Syracuse. And UNLV was favored in this football game for a good reason. They were very, very good. They should have won, and they didn't. But like you said, it was an awesome, awesome game. UNLV started slow, had a big second quarter, and yeah, like you said, Hajj Williams continues to play well, continues to probably give UNLV the best chance to win and to win the Pac-12. It stinks for UNLV because I'm not going to say it's the end of their playoff run, but that's one that you kind of got to have. And it would have been really nice to be there sitting there and be one of the only group of 5 teams, probably the only group of 5 team, to have 3 Power 4 wins on their resume, as well as potential wins over Oregon State and Boise State. Yeah, obviously their attention switches back to the Mountain West as they continue their run there. But Stanford, it was awesome going on the road, short week across the country, right? Hanging in there in a tough environment, a tough football game, and they got it done. We love that for Fran Brown. We love that for Kyle McCord and the orange there. It was awesome. It was really, really awesome. Friday night, if you were watching this game, you were loving it. And that's why we love college football. 2 teams that don't have much connection to each other at all. Really, Syracuse and UNLV, New York, and Las Vegas. And it was an awesome, awesome game. And obviously, if you're UNLV, you're going to love that it went differently. I took UNLV, and I probably would take them again. I will say I do think McCord, against a pretty good defense, a pretty good defensive staff, looked really, really good. And he missed some throws, obviously, but to be able to have to throw the ball 63 times and do it well, efficiently, over 60% completion percentage, 350 plus yards, only the 1 interception, potentially probably the 2, like you said, with the drop pick. But yeah, awesome. I think this is best case scenario if you're Syracuse in that transfer portal win over with Kyle McCord. Hey, Mike, I don't think I can hear you, to be honest.
That's my fault. Sorry about that. I was on UNLV as well. Syracuse went 11 of 18 on third down, which is kind of nuts, which allowed them to kind of control the ball. They had the ball for 39 minutes. UNLV only had it for 20. It's kind of crazy. And Syracuse outgained them by like 100 yards. I guess, yeah, what was that, 480 to 340? Yeah, so like outgained by like 140 yards. I mean, UNLV had some really good opportunities that they took advantage of, but Syracuse, I mean, you just have to give, like you said, you got to give the flowers to Kyle McCord, right? He just played out of his mind. If we're there to play this game again, I I don't know if I would pick UNLV. I don't know. If you were giving me points with Syracuse, I think I would take Syracuse. But I don't know. I'm gonna pick them. I'd have to really think about that. Also, 100 penalty yards for UNLV as well. That hurts, of course.
And that one penalty,
Yeah,
oh my
just
goodness, man. I'm not going to say it lost them the game, but it would definitely hurt them. Yeah.
yeah, tough. But this is an awesome game, like you said. Wonderful way to start the week. Well, not start the week, but start the weekend with that Friday night game.